I'm the general manager of MontBleu Resort Casino and Spa in Lake Tahoe. I started out back in the 80s before gaming expanded across the country when it was really just Nevada and New Jersey. I happened to be going to school, to college at the University of Nevada in Reno. I needed a job pretty badly. I was falling on some hard financial times, so I took a job off the job board to become a sports writer. That was my first job in the casino business back in early 1987. As I got more into casino gaming and understanding the business, I realized that my schooling was going to come in handy. And what I eventually did was finished my degree in journalism, public relations being my emphasis, and gained a business administration minor through the University of Nevada, Reno. So I was very excited to put that to work. And after a few years in the sports book, I worked my way up through the sports book and became eventually the sportsbook manager at Harrah's Reno. And what I did then was decided that I really wanted to use my degree and my education and background and go into marketing. You know, as I said, I got into the business as a way to pay for college and to pay my bills. But once I realized that I loved gaming and I was learning things at work and not just at school, I started to kind of tailor my studies to help me understand my career better. And I think learning to communicate effectively, to write effectively, to understand the psychology of a customer, all of those things came from my educational background. And now they're all used on a daily basis. I mean, my writing skills have come in handy every day of my career for the last 24 years. And I think that is something that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't gotten a degree and hadn't spent time in college learning from some great, professors. Certainly a college degree, even an MBA, is something that is highly valued in our business today. And maybe when I started, it wasn't, but today, definitely. Marketing the casino is so different on a daily basis on so many levels, because sometimes we're really focused on the here and now. What can we do right now to drive some incremental business to get people excited about our casino? We might get into the entertainment aspect of that, which means we put on a show in the showroom and we try to drive business 30 days from now, and we market to our customer base, but then we publicly market to the cash paying, ticket buying customer. Another typical day might be how do we drive business now that it's ski season in Tahoe? How do we get the ski clientele to come into our casino and perhaps spend food and beverage dollars, as well as maybe spend a few bucks on a blackjack table? So putting together packages that make that trip for an impulse buyer more attractive. So, there's very different days, and depending on the market you're working in, and I've worked in a lot of different types of casino markets, every place is different. And a lot of places I've worked have been really based on driving that day trip, not an overnight stay, but a day trip, 3-hour visit from a local customer. And that's a lot of markets in the United States are like that. I think if you're looking to get into casino marketing in a big way, say director or VP of marketing, even a marketing manager or promotions manager, you need a lot of energy. And you need to really enjoy people, because you're going to be dealing with a lot of people every day. You have to be, on the one hand, very friendly and outgoing and be able to position yourself well with customers. And on the other hand, you have to be tough as nails to talk to vendors and get the best price on, paper printing or, different products that you're going to buy and then sell. You're catering to a lot of different audiences and a lot of different types of people in the business. And I think that's what makes marketing in casino gaming exciting. It's not the same thing every day. You're not working on an assembly line. You're not doing the same old slot tournament every day. You're going to have a lot on your plate as a marketer in this business, but it's all very exciting, and no 2 days are alike. When I was first getting into it, it would have been nice to have a marketing mentor that kind of explained what was most important, kind of like I'm doing right now. I think if you prioritize in today's gaming environment, you're going to talk about things like direct mail, direct marketing, e-marketing, e-commerce, and then public relations, advertising, promotions, and almost in that order. And if someone had spent the time to kind of explain to me the value of each, I might not have beat my head against the wall so often in trying to figure out which is most important and what's actually going to drive, business. Well, I think because the gaming customer has so many choices and the competition is fierce across the country, we're no longer just competing with the next door neighbor. We're competing with casinos within 100 miles of us. We're competing with casinos in other markets like Las Vegas and even overseas markets now. And so, that's a challenge to figure out how do you get that customer to decide to come visit you. The other challenge is in realizing the change that occurs in our business that's occurring today. I mean, in a resort market like Lake Tahoe, we are not so much a casino market as we are, a resort tourist destination. So you have to be a lot smarter, savvier, more flexible, and being willing to change and accept change is a big, trait to have in this business. Yeah, I think the biggest marketing change in the last few years is really the technology aspect of e-commerce and e-marketing and really being able to talk to customers in cost-effective ways without overburdening their email box and their Twitter page and their Facebook time. You've got to be every day thinking of new ways to get people's attention and to get them excited about you, as well as not spending a ton of money to do it. Young people in school today obviously have an advantage over someone like me. As young as I may look, I'm a dinosaur in our business because there was no such thing as email when I went to school. Anybody who's already been doing that since birth, like my kids, they have a leg up because technology is advancing faster than you can imagine. And in this business, that is the wave of the future. And I think that's something that is really changing every day and making it more exciting, in my opinion, but also more challenging to get to that customer. The sky's the limit. I think personal, direct marketing, and that doesn't mean in your physical mailbox, because I think snail mail is becoming a thing of the past, and the faster, lightning fast ways you can get to customers and excite them about your product, the better off you're going to be and the stronger your marketing program is going to be. So I think the future, my God, I mean, science fiction becomes reality almost in the blink of an eye anymore. And so who knows if it's going to be, the personal kind of marketing that when you walk past a building or a billboard, it actually talks to you personally because of some device. I just think that the being able to market directly to the consumer in a personal way, and even though sometimes it feels impersonal because it's technology, I think that's really where gaming is headed. Whatever you do when you're in college, if you know while you're going to school what you hope to do when you get out, start working in that field while you're in college. Even if it's on a voluntary basis, I don't care if you are aspiring to be a chef. You need to go learn everything you can about cooking different entrees. And the same is true of marketing. Go do internships. I can tell you that I would take an intern anytime I could because that's invaluable on both ends. The student certainly learns a trade from it and learns the business and can make decisions later on and say, is this what I want to do? Is this not what I want to do? It doesn't even matter if you're just getting coffee and filing for someone. You're in that business, learning what's going on around you. Keep your eyes open, watch what's happening, ask a lot of questions, and find people with energy who are willing to answer them. And I think that is probably the best advice I could give you if you're looking for a career in gaming or in marketing for that matter. Do it while you're in school. While you're studying, go do it, whatever it takes.